In July 2025, astronomers detected a faint, fast-moving object entering our solar system. They named it 3I Atlas, the third confirmed interstellar visitor in human history. NASA called it a comet. Most of the world moved on. But a few researchers noticed something didn't fit. 3I Atlas was first spotted by the Atlas Survey System in Hawaii, a network designed to catch dangerous asteroids. It was moving too fast to be from our solar system, yet its trajectory wasn't random. Instead of cutting across the solar plane like most interstellar objects, it aligned perfectly with the ecliptic, the same path our planets follow. Some astronomers described this as a mathematical coincidence. Others privately said it looked guided. By mid-July, its brightness began fluctuating in exact 7-hour intervals. Telescopes recorded a rhythmic pulse, identical timing, day after day. Comets don't pulse. Machinery does. Independent radio astronomers from Chile, Finland, and Australia reported a narrowband emission, a repeating tone buried in background noise. Official channels dismissed it as interference, but when the frequencies were compared, they formed a global triangulation and pointed directly at the trajectory of 3I Atlas. When converted into binary, the pattern resembled fragments of the WOW signal, a mysterious transmission first captured in 1977, almost 50 years apart, yet the same mathematical ratios. Coincidence or response? Within days, public data feeds tracking 3I Atlas began to vanish. NASA's open API returned access restricted. The European Space Agency's Mirror archive stopped updating orbital coordinates, and several observatories that published trajectory models reported server corruption. A Finnish amateur astronomer who tried to mirror the data said his files were remotely wiped during upload. The only fragment that survived showed a reflection, not of ice or dust, but of a structured surface with hexagonal symmetry. The footage disappeared 2 days later. On October 11, 2025, 3I Atlas made its closest recorded pass to Earth, just beyond the orbit of Mars. For 6 hours, it remained visible to ground-based radar. Then, without explanation, its echo signature dropped to 0. It didn't fade. It vanished. But during those same hours, seismic arrays in Greenland, Alaska, and Siberia all recorded identical pulses, low-frequency vibrations repeating every 10 minutes. When cross-referenced, the source triangulated to the North Pacific. Officials called it instrumental error, but the timing matched the moment 3I Atlas disappeared from radar. Weeks later, power grids across the Northern Hemisphere reported synchronized magnetic disturbances, brief, repeating spikes, almost like a heartbeat. They matched the same 7-hour cycle seen in Atlas's light variations. Meteorologists called it a solar effect, yet the sun was quiet, no storms, no flares. Across online astronomy forums, discussion threads vanished overnight. Posts mentioning 3I Atlas vessel were shadow deleted within hours. No official explanation was ever given. In private circles, scientists have whispered 2 competing theories. The first says Atlas was a fragment, a broken shard from a larger interstellar body, its strange signals caused by natural resonance. The second is harder to ignore. It suggests that Atlas was a carrier, a vessel designed to mimic the physics of a comet, to study planetary systems from within, unseen, unchallenged. Its rhythmic pulses weren't emissions, they were communication checks, signals searching for receivers already here. Some claim deep-sea sonar picked up similar patterns weeks later, miles beneath the Pacific. When asked for comment, NASA repeated a single statement. 3I Atlas is a natural object. There is no evidence suggesting artificial origin. No further reports have been published. No public radar updates exist after October 2025. And today, the official tracking line simply ends. Some researchers claim it continued below the detection threshold on a path that leads toward Earth. The question remains, was 3I Atlas a wandering piece of cosmic ice, or something far older, far more deliberate, studying the world that once sent a signal into space, and finally decided to answer? We called it Atlas, but maybe it had another name for us. If you've made it this far, you're one of the few still asking questions. Leave your theory below. What do you think 3I Atlas really was? And if you want to keep searching the shadows with me, Subscribe before the next signal fades.